guy here. Fellow green ninja. What's up, my ninja? Man, she sounds good now. I get to sit and wait in traffic. Almost sounds like an R7 now. Almost. I'm lacking about 300cc for that. Anyway, what's been up, YouTube peeps? This is Chain Reaction coming at you again. And it has been a minute, hasn't it? Well, I freely admit that unlike some of the other creators on this platform, this for me is a hobby. One that here recently I haven't had a whole lot of time to devote to. And full disclosure, I work for Amazon, so the last couple weeks have been really fun. You know, Prime Days, which is everything that's super fun about the holiday rush condensed into a couple weeks. So yeah, I have been working my butt off in the heat, which is always fun. Which is another reason why riding full gear in heat in summer like this, it doesn't really bother me because I'm used to it. It's actually easier on a motorcycle because while you're moving, like I said, while you're moving, you've got air moving over you and helping cool you. Not so much when you're just walking through a neighborhood from house to house. Don't even get me started on apartments. I mean, I'm in my early 40s, but I'm getting where I've just about got the knees of a 6-year-old. That, and I am on the spectrum. You know, I have ASD. So occasionally I run into this little thing called Burnout. Which here recently, I mean, I don't know if it's burnout or maybe a touch of depression, but I hadn't really been writing that much, you know. And just the idea of trying to get out and make content was just like, ugh, I just don't want to mess that. So I kind of had to take a minute, you know, refocus, reconfigure. Remember why it was I started this whole motorcycle thing and even the YouTube thing in the first place. So, and part of the problem is I'm kind of a perfectionist. You know, I want any content I put out there to be the best possible. And I just have to tell myself, like, look, just record something. It doesn't have to be good. Just get something out there. I mean, there's this other YouTuber who's popped up on the scene recently, Two Down Dan, and I kind of like his style, even though I don't much care for how reckless he tends to ride. But he has a very guerrilla style, which is he basically just shoots rough footage, doesn't bother with much post-production, and just uploads it raw. And I'm just like, well, this guy gives zero craps about whether or not his stuff is that good production-wise, so why am I super concerned about it? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I was supposed to meet up with a local group that I tend to do rides with on the weekends. But the alarm on my iPhone decided it went off this morning, but decided that the ringer was going to be silent, so I overslept. So today it's just me, oh solo mio. Oh yeah, by the way, I just recently I did the AIS delete and put in some TST velocity stacks. I don't know, on butt dyno, it feels like it's picked up some in the top end. I mean, I do need to get it tuned, but I kind of want to wait till I get my headers put on before I worry about that. Well, I will say it feels really good to be on two wheels again. I will say it feels like she's running pretty good though. I also changed the air filter, and it was just one of those things like, well, I'm going to be in there because I was swapping fuel tanks. So I'm like, well, while I'm in that vicinity and I've got the tank off, you know, I might as well slap a new filter in it. And I did not realize how nasty the filters in these things get after it just... No more miles that are on this thing. There were a couple spots on that filter, and I wish I'd have taken pictures of it before I threw it away. That were just black. And if you look at the factory maintenance intervals, it recommends you check the filter every 6,000 miles, I think. But I think what it means is replace. I used to do that. Car transport, hot shotting. That was my first introduction to the world of truck driving. Even though we were doing it with 1-ton pickups. And also my first introduction to the concept of cheating on logbooks. A guy I worked for was adamant that I do that because he basically wanted to run me 24/7. Now here's the funny thing, former cop at that point. And in my Ellis County peeps will know exactly who Mike Jones is. And no, I'm not talking about the Houston area rapper. Ellis County Mike Jones was actually Ellis County Sheriff deputy for a while. Till he got caught pulling some hinky corruption shit during a re-election bid. And that basically tanked his political career. Which is a good thing because he was one of those dudes that, that thinks that having a level of authority means I don't have to obey the rules, that I'm exempt. Rules for thee, not for me, you know. So as far as his political career getting shot in the foot, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Just show of hands in the comments, who's here from Texas or even the Dallas area? I'm not at least a little bit shy of letting y'all know where I'm at. I'm always looking for new friends or people to ride with. Come on, Charger. I know how y'all do. Oh, it's an RT too. Oh, they put in a turn lane here. Nice. Very nice. The 5.7 owners think their cars are fast again. There's a number of groups I'm a member of on Facebook just because I think that the group title is funny. I may do a series of videos based on that and just kind of talk about my opinions on the idea that's posited. Like another one I like is your vehicle is not a holster, which I believe the whole idea of the truck gun is just stupid. You're just opening yourself up to have your stuff stolen. But that's just my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I'm a full proponent and supporter of the Second Amendment, but at some point common sense has to enter into it. And by supporter, I mean I fully believe we should still have the ability to mail order machine guns through like Sears or whatever. Yeah, you used to be able to go into your local drugstore and yeah, let me see that Thompson right there. Yeah, I'll take it. Now you got the NFA shit, you got all this paperwork to deal with, and you know, tax stamp and all that. Fuck that. I'm sorry. All gun laws are infringements. But that's just my 2 cents. It's a gorgeous day today. A few clouds in the sky, but not nearly as bad as last weekend. It got freaking rained on. I mean, it was one of those deals where you looked at the forecast and it was clear, and for the window in which we were going to be riding, it was supposed to be clear. I mean, there was rain supposed to come that later that day, but yeah, about halfway through the ride, we get out to around Maypearl and bottom just fell out. Of course, and I'm not really worried about safety or anything like that. The only thing I'm like, God damn it, I gotta clean this thing now. Oh well. Those are the brakes, huh? Okay, how slow are we? Come on, dude, you're in a pickup. Freaking Dukes of Hazzard that shit. I mean, people buy these big, rugged, half-ton pickups and then drive them like they're fragile. It's got a steel frame and all that. We can jump that shit. Oh, well. I often get weirded out a little bit by, you know, people coming up to me when I got the bike parked and all that and complimenting me on how nice it is, and, you know, looks like you take really good care of it, and I'm just like, shouldn't that be the baseline for owning any vehicle? But then I've seen the bikes as some people I've met, some people I've ridden with, and I'm just like, okay, that's why they remarked on it. Because there's a lot of bikes out there, well, evidence that the owner does not really believe in maintenance, or they just clapped out. And kind of my thing is I waited so late in life to get into this, and I've been wanting to do this for so long that I'm sorry, I'm going to take care of my possessions. Because I remember fully well what it's like to be a bikeless bro. This is one guy I know, and I can't really fault him for it because he's only been riding for about a year, and didn't really grow up around cars and the auto industry and like that, but so he's a little ignorant as far as maintenance goes. But yeah, last time he had his chain cleaned was like 3,000 miles ago. I went over to his house the other day and helped him with an oil change and cleaning his chain, which cleaning a chain without a rear stand is super fun, let me tell you. Yeah, after we were doing that, I told him, yeah man, you gotta get a stand. You gotta get spools, you gotta get a stand. I told him, shit, get spools and bring your shit to my house next time. I mean, I got a rear stand, I got one of those nice triple tree front stands, both woodcraft. Of course, I've seen people buy those cheap stands off Amazon. I'm like, look, this is something you're relying on to hold your bike up while you're working on it or whatever. Why go cheap? I mean, get the good shit. I mean, as far as stands go, really the only two brands that even consider, in my opinion, are Woodcraft or Pitbull. Holy shit. a road cyclist that's not dressed like he's auditioning for the Tour de France. I don't know why I don't know why most cyclists feel the need to put on the uniform. Oh, he's turning. Yeah, I feel like this velocity stack basically shifted most of the power to the upper, to the top end, which I guess simulates the power band on a Super Sport. There's nothing. Whoa! It's a question I field a lot of times from some of the guys I ride with. You know, guys on like 600s and thousands, stuff like that. They're like, when you gonna upgrade, bro? I don't feel the need to upgrade, quite honestly. I mean, when are we as a community gonna acknowledge the fact that being on a Super Sport is essentially about bragging rights? It's essentially about whipping your pecker out and being like, look what I got, boy. Look at the size of my hog, hoss, God bless. You don't actually need a Super Sport to ride on ocean. You don't even need it for the highway, really. I mean, if your motorcycle is capable of doing 80, 90 miles an hour, you're good. Hell, I could daily ride with a 250. It wouldn't be as fun, but, you know. Yeah, I really didn't have a topic planned, so I'm just rambling about random shit. Kind of simulating what it would be like to hang out with me. Or rather, what it would be like to hang out with me if you know me well, because I have that weird autistic quirk where if I don't know someone well, I'm really quiet. A lot of people think I'm being rude or stuck up, or like, no, I just don't feel comfortable around you yet. I mean, let me know if I start talking about the whole autism thing too much, because I don't want to be one of those people that's just constantly rubbing shoving it in other people's faces, like I'm engaging in identity politics. I mean, it's part of who I am, but at the same time, I don't like to wave it around like a banner. Make sure I'm still headed the right direction. Although what I can't stand are the members of the neurodivergent community who like, you know, being on the spectrum is a superpower. Like, no, it's not. I mean, being extremely awkward in social situations, not knowing what the hell to say, not being able to handle stress very well without risking a meltdown. Yeah, worst superpower ever. Getting a little warm already. Was it like almost 9 o'clock now? Oh, you have to break for the corner. said, no, actually, being on the autism spectrum, to use kind of a video game reference, it's like playing life on Souls difficulty. Keeps looking back at me. It's like, oh, what do we got here? Fellow green ninja. What's up, my ninja? You're stretching that ram's legs a little bit, are we? Man, that thing has got to be a pain to keep clean. I mean, having a black vehicle is one thing, but all of that sheet metal, I mean, the first several vehicles I owned in my life were black because I was a young kid and basically had no sense of aesthetics. Now I won't hardly touch a dark colored vehicle. Yeah, we're probably going to be about to get into some traffic, so I think I'm going to call it right here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, if you like what I do, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And hopefully the next upload will not be months in the future. Alright guys, this is Chain Reaction, out.